out, and then we started talking about the story, and there was a lot of kind of back and forth. But really, the album itself ended up coming. There was a point where they just went off and made the album, and I was kind of working with these guys, working on the comic, and I was sort of like hoping that the two would kind of meet, and I didn't really know, and so there really was a point where it came back around, and they're like, we're done with the album, and I was like, is it still called Mylo Xyloto? And they're like, yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. And really, you know, so there's a huge chunk of how the album was created that really kind of it was quite separate. And then at this point, that's what's exciting to me, is to really see how all the pieces are going to come together and how people are going to sort of perceive the connections. And, you know, and I think that there were lots of songs that were demoed early on that never made it to the album that may, you know, I don't want to speculate because I really have no idea how that side of it works, but there is more material. Just a couple minutes.
So why don't we take a couple more questions, and you, right there.
Are you taking any extra precautions not to also make parallels to Captain?
Yes.
Well, doesn't
one always really?
That's in the back of my mind.
Does Angelica Houston make an appearance?
I mean, you know, never quite followed it. Haven't gone back and looked at it, actually.
Well, I don't think Chris is in like a, you know, a lycra suit in any of the,
Right.
in any of this. Just the band themselves are not stars in stuff. So
So that's a big
we're one step ahead at least.
They only wear the lycra suits when they're recording.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ready?
I was just curious, is there a particular album that came out that, I mean, I know you said you're a huge fan that you liked, and I feel like there's so many creative entities that you can do with each album, because it seems like they change each time that one comes out. And would Mylo Xyloto be a continuous, like maybe they do a second album, or continue this project on, or do something new that have that similar?
I don't know. I mean, it really, it's kind of anything goes. I mean, this is all new territory, and when I originally approached them, my idea was to really take their catalog and to build a movie out of their catalog, you know, as opposed to doing something unique. And in a sense, I thought that was kind of the smartest model and the smartest approach, because it would allow me to be able. But I mean, from their very first album, I was really inspired, and they did these really cool animated music videos early on from their first album that I was a huge fan of, and just was like, wow, they were doing really neat stuff. And so you know, for me, it was really the whole body of work was an inspiration. And then to be able to sort of be developing this now and sort of saying like, oh, these pieces could fit together and there could be more to it is exciting. So,
Let's see. You've had your hand up for a little bit.
You said the first issue is available downstairs.
yes.
When I go get it, which I will, what songs do you recommend I listen to from the album accompanying it? Like
Well,
what?
that's good.
Well, I'll leave that up to you because I think everyone's going to have a different kind of approach to it, you know, but the whole, eventually the whole series, I don't know, I don't have an answer, I guess, you know.
See, like, you pull one of them up first.
Yeah, don't listen to that song when you read issue one. No,
I'd say you'll make a connection with Paradise from the first one for sure.
yeah, sure. But, you know, the whole album, see what you find. Available on iTunes.
Actually, we're gonna show some extra material here in a second. We are actually gonna have a signing in about half an hour over on the Autograph Alley, number 2, from 2:30 to 3:30, and you can actually buy the book up there. Okay, we'll be there together. And so, Mark, we're gonna take expert.
And maybe we'll get a couple questions after this, but for the past year, we've been actually talking about trying to do an animated music video to tie the worlds together, and it's been quite impossible to even sort of figure out how to do that, and just with the schedule of their tour and the album release and the way videos work, we finally kind of cracked it, and we've been working for the last couple of months on a music video that's going to come out in about a month, maybe less than that. And it's going to be for the song Hurts Like Heaven. And we were going to debut that video here today, but it's still in progress. So we're just going to show you a couple little bits from that. The cool thing about this is the music video serves as sort of a backstory to the comic series. and it takes us back in time
I'm
to
okay
the
with
origin
you, guys.
of the Sparker movement. It takes us back to the beginning.
All right, then I'll be there.
And we're going to see, so the comic begins kind of when the propaganda posters are just beginning to sort of go up all over the world, and we get a sense of the very first Sparkers. And they are, can someone guess who the first Sparkers are, what they're called? Anyone? There's been a lot of speculation on the Coldplay fan sites. I won't say it. Huh? No. But close. In the same vein. This is Layla, and this is Aiko, and they are the original Sparkers. This is kind of secret backstory that you guys get into the comic, and what we're doing, what on earth? Why doesn't it work? Hold on. So what we're doing with the comic is with the music video is not making an animated music video entirely. We are, I'm not sure why that's not working. It's going to be basically a virtual journey into a comic book, and we've created, okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm figuring out how we're going to do this. Seconds, talk amongst yourselves.